Hey everyone, welcome to the MDM Minute with Peter Schenk. I've been asked by a couple people that I respect highly to share my knowledge in how do you spot a healer or a product that is not in its integrity. And it's kind of funny because I sell a lot of products and services, and of course I've used a lot of products and services over the years, and this is just my opinion, okay? And I'm going to probably do this minute in segments because it's a pretty big topic, and I want to make sure I hit all the points. The first thing you really have to understand is how reality works behind the scenes, okay? Before you're born, you have contracts throughout your physical life for the time and the great work to actually, sorry about that, for the actual work, great work to be done. Meaning, if you have something that you want to cure with a healer, you have to understand that you can go to 1,001 healers and you're not going to get what you expect unless there is a contract, and that contract was signed long before you took embodiment, okay? The second, what I would call a red flag, is if you are seeking something and you gravitate towards an individual but you hesitate, and that individual calls themselves something, and look folks, I'm not knocking, again, this is all my opinion, take it for what it's worth. If you gravitate towards someone that has an opinion about something, I'm sorry, a name like a healer, a shaman, then that individual is limiting their self to that category, and that's all they'll ever know. You never hear me call myself a healer, okay? I've been called many things. I've been called straight up love. I've been called a healer, seeker, shaman, witch doctor, voodoo, blah blah blah, and all kinds of things, and then some things not so pleasant. But for secondly, just be careful. And the third thing is, you normally stumble upon the product, the service, of the person that's going to help you by coincidence. Okay, there is no such thing as coincidence, but in the human form, that's kind of how it happens. And and again, it's just my opinion, and I'm using myself and my experience and my knowledge. I don't advertise. You'll never see me in a publication. You'll never see a banner ad anywhere in the world. What I offer, I kind of want to fly under the radar for as long as possible, because it's very difficult to maintain the speed and agility by which I can get products and services out there. But once you've become more popular, it kind of shuts off. Now, I'm not knocking anyone that sends me a long email that I don't read. I don't read long emails. If I don't catch you in the first couple sentences, it's going in the bin. I'm sorry, might be my downfall, but it's just the way it is. I don't read emails. Now, when you gravitate towards a person, you see, I use myself as an example because I've said for years that I'm always kind of the last stop before a person goes off the cliff. So you're on a train, you're moving from station to station, and I'm that last station that I just happen to fall into your lap somehow, somewhere, before you go off the cliff. And then we do some work together in a session or a workshop or a product or a software or any of the other things that the MDM team offers. So and then once you find the particular person you're looking for, there's a million things that stick out, okay? Again, I've said this again, I'm going to say it now, and I'll say it again in the future. I am of the opinion that everyone is born with a kindred spirit, okay? Whether they're conscious about it or not. And yes, there are people in the fields that I run that are charlatans. They are people that don't live up and say to what they're going to do. They're out to make a buck, and you have to kind of weed them out as you're moving along. And unfortunately, sometimes it takes money to find out that they're not worth what you paid them. And so just finding if that person is in integrity. And there's fingerprints, that I like to call them, that can be done over time to really fully understand if that person's in their integrity. One would be, okay, they have a website. Now, when a person has an eye for detail in what they do, their website is beautiful. It's energetically balanced. It draws you in. There's magic that happens in there, and you get excited when you discover it for the first time, and then every time thereafter. And the quality of products, physical products that they're selling, when you receive them, do they come wrapped in pink toilet paper? Are the instructions just shoved in there? Is it a mess when you open it up? Is it energetically unbalanced? Is another clue. Thirdly, when you're working with that person, okay, there are very few people alive today that can really push the limits in terms on all fronts simultaneously. I'm not there yet, but I'm working very hard to get there. And then there's another class of people that are beautiful and they have great energy, but they just don't get the results. So, there's another key there, what you gravitate towards. And I'm going to spend more time explaining myself in the next few days over this topic. Thank you. Have a great day.